Hey y'all. Yeah. How y'all doing? Hope everybody doing good out there. Yeah. Y'all, I have an update on missing Ashley Elkins, a 30-year-old mother of two from Warren, Michigan. But before we get into Ashley, let's do this. Close that screen door and start letting all them flies up in here. Yeah, y'all go ahead on and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all, look, just in case you forgotten, Ashley Elkins, a 30-year-old mother of two from Warren, Michigan, was last seen on January 2nd, 2025. She left her residence around 8:30 a.m. to run errands and was last known to be in the Roseville, Michigan, near her boyfriend's home on Pinehurst Drive. Now, Ashley drives a gray 2009-2010 Chevrolet Malibu, which has no license plates, y'all. When police visit the residence of her ex-boyfriend, DeAndre Booker, they discovered that Ashley's vehicle was missing and no one was present at the location. If you know anything about or have any information about Miss Ashley Elkins from Roseville, Michigan, please contact the Warren Police Department at 586-574-5700. Thank you. Now, what we're going to get into, y'all, is the update of Ashley Elkins. They do have an update on it, on the case. And I'm going to play that for y'all. Just a minute. Okay. Beautiful girl, beautiful. Later on the afternoon, the defendant was seen leaving the victim's car with the unknown female. A short time later, the defendant returns with the unknown female. The victim turns on. For next, the victim is no longer seen. We conduct a search warrant on the residence and ultimately find what we believe to be a large crime scene with a substantial amount of blood in the back. DNA confirmed that the blood did in fact belong to the victim. Since January 2nd, the defendant has, or victim has not been seen or heard from, has not had contact with friends or family, no banking activity. This leads us to believe that the victim is detected deceased, that the defendant is responsible for her death and disappearance. Your Honor, we can go right to the arraignment. I just received the amended information on this matter. Read it. We would stand due to all charges at this time. Judge, I'm sorry, Carmen Franco on behalf of the people who have street yet, so. All right, Macomb County Jail, may I please have Sandra Booker? Yes, ma'am. Trying to see what they talking about, y'all. It's something about. I'm trying to find out. So let's start That commercial.
Good morning, Your Honor. Carmen DeFrank here on behalf of people. Good morning, Your Honor. Robbie Lang appearing on behalf of DeAndre. Sir, please state your name for the record. Your Honor, I have been provided the information. We would waive the formal reading and stand mute. All right. Mr. Booker, have you had ample opportunity to talk to your attorney? Not today, but yesterday. Yes. Has he gone over your rights with you? Yes. You understand all of those rights? Yes. Do you have any questions regarding those rights? No. Do you know what the charges are and the new information at this time? I don't. Correct. Might as well read them, Your Honor. Charges, counsel, just so that you know, check with him, or I can do it. You can read them over. Sir, you are charged with count 1, homicide, murder, first degree premeditation. The allegation is that you did deliberately intend to kill and with premeditation kill and murder what? Ashley Lachey Elkins, contrary to MCL 750.316. That is a felony with a possible penalty of life without parole. Count 2, tampering with evidence. Criminal case punishable by up to more than 10 years. Did knowingly and intentionally remove, alter, conceal, destroy, or otherwise tamper with evidence to be offered in a criminal case where the crime was punishable by a maximum term of imprisonment of more than 10 years or imprisonment for life of any term of years. That is a felony punishable by up to 10 years and or $20,000. Count 3, dead body. Disinterment and mutilation. Did mutilate, deface, remove, or carry away a portion of a dead body. That is a felony punishable by up to 10 years or $5,000. And count 4, concealing the death of an individual. That you allegedly did discover the body of Ashley Lachey Elkins, a person he or she had reason to know was dead, and failed to inform a law enforcement agency, a funeral home, or a 911 operator of the discovery while having a purpose to conceal the fact or cause of death of that person. That is a felony punishable by up to 5 years and or $5,000. Do you understand the charges against you today? Yes. At this time, I'm going to enter back up to play for purposes of arraignment, and we'll move on. We'll start speaking from Your Honor, I realize the seriousness of this offense. However, according to MCR 6.1, he does not fit the category where bond can be denied, even though it is a murder charge, because he has no prior violent felonies, and at the time, bond or parole, probation for any violent felony. Therefore, under 6106C, the court must order the pretrial release of defendant on personal recognizance or on secured appearance bond, unless the court thinks he would be a danger to the public and or a flight risk. And Your Honor, I would reiterate before that Mr. Booker would not be a flight risk. He is in
What?
Detroit, Ann Arbor, or Macomb County his entire life. He has time to the community here in terms of past jobs, family, etc. If we look at the word about him, go on, placed on us. Heather, whereabouts known at all times. He had a passport in his residence. He already had control of that. He does not have a driver's license, so that would be surrendered to ensure that he would not flee. With regard to reasons for the personal recognizance bond, the court in Rule F looks at about the known factors. With regard to these, there's only one that stands out, and that is the seriousness of the offense charge. As to all the other factors, Mr. Booker does not have any prior criminal record.
You don't need a bun.
He does not have a record of non-appearance at court dates. He doesn't have a history of or some type of monetary bond. I would ask that loan does not have any assets of its own, and that put some conditions on his release. Like I mentioned, GPS had no contact with victims.
Judge, I believe the counsel is reading 6.06. I believe this defendant can be remanded with no bond, at least for a period of about 90 days. And I would ask for that. If this court is inclined to grant some sort of monetary bond, I would ask for something in the neighborhood of $5 million cash, no 10%.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need no bond.
If I may, Judge, yes, it was an adjourned PCC. The 21-day rule has been waived on that already. I would ask for this PCC to be set. This is obviously going to Judge Bodecker as well.
Yes, this matter will also go to Judge Bodecker. So we can keep the February 5th date of next Wednesday. We can also change that date if we are willing to waive timeline requirements to that. Your Honor, myself and Mr. DeFranco had spoke before we got on the record about dates based upon our schedules and these dates coming up on the previous case of the 5th and the 26th. I would have waived the time frame, but now we kind of agreed that since we have this PCC scheduled for the 5th on the other case, we just as soon have this scheduled for that, and then we'll go from there in terms of where we're going to go for another PCC based upon anticipation of the massive amount of discovery I'm assuming that we're going to receive.
And Judge, I agree with Mr. Lang on that. I will begin to coordinate with my office's discovery unit to make sure Mr. Lang gets or at least starts to get the discovery as soon as possible. And I agree. I think leaving this the 5th, then Mr. Lang, myself, and Judge Bodecker can all look at everyone's schedules together on that date and figure out where to go forward.
Okay, and I'm going to put this matter also on February 5th, 2025 on Zoom for a PCC, an exam date of February 12th, 2025, and 1:30 a.m. in person. That will be a control date. You guys discuss that with Bodecker at the next court hearing. So I am going to potentially refer your matter to the public defender for appointment of counsel so that Mr. Lang can be appointed for this matter.
Yes, Your Honor, just to speak to that, I was specifically appointed on the other case, knowing that this matter might come up, and therefore, yes, you have to run it through our office, and I'm going to be on this case also.
We will make sure that is done as well. And you guys will be in front of Judge Bodecker next Wednesday, February 5th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. And now set the matter remotely on Zoom.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Pleasure seeing you again.
Look like he's something right, but I want to go over. They don't send him back, so what I want to do is go over 6 steps to making a decision. I want to share that with y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me see how anything else to say. Oh, okay, they got so hold on, y'all. Trying to see what's going on. Okay, so sorry I interrupt this for a second. Um they still have something else going on. They want to make a like a conference call to everyone. So we're gonna put that right here. Before we continue, I really want to say I want to tell the young girls, anyone, anybody, anything you do in life, you have to make decisions. Okay. And I just want to go over a few things. Making decision on here. Making decision is something that I always talk about. Now, 6 steps to making a decision. First of all, you want to identify the problem. If the problem is where, if the problem is where you, whatever the problem is, recognize and identify it. Okay. In this case, right here, I don't know the situation. So the second thing you want to do is gather the information. If that information is not positive to you, and it's something right, they sound wrong or whatever, you need to gather the information to that decision. Next step you want to do in making a decision is identify a alternative. Um, is I could I walk away? Could I just get out the relationship? Can I just move on? Whatever. That's in the fourth step to making a decision is evaluate the alternative. Is it a good thing that I moved on and left her alone since I got somebody? Whatever. Okay. The fifth step to making a decision is choose the best option. Choose the best option of anything that you do in life. I was trying to really use their case. And six and last and the most is implement and review the decision that you made. Okay. Put the chosen solution into action. Okay. And monitor its effectiveness. So those are the 6 steps to making a decision. Okay. So let's tune back in into the conference, news conference. Okay. I'm going to skip it a little bit. Okay. What these folks doing, but just be patient with me, okay, please. Thank you, y'all.
So that's mom and sister that they both and what's your name, sir? Maurice Morton. MORICEMORTON. So are you a family spokesperson or yes, and uncle? Good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming out. I know that we've had a huge amount of media that has been asking questions, but we couldn't give answers until the completion of the investigation. But be that as it may, said, early charges were going into open court. In addition, the other charge that was already levied makes a total of 5 charges. And for that, I'm going to open it up because the information that has been given to you right now and provided openly in court deals with the investigative portion of the program, which was brought by law enforcement to the office for a full review, exhaustive review. And at this time, these are the charges that have been levied. Open it up for questions. Let's do it one at a time. Put your hand up and direct it to either the investigative portion or the charging portion, because there's 2 portions. Please expand on. Go ahead. Put your hand up.
Oh yeah, I mean, maybe along the same lines, but can you kind of expand on how we got from that last day of the search to where we are today?
This is an ongoing investigation. Detectives continue to work tirelessly, develop more evidence, put together what I feel is an excellent case. Taking enough evidence to present to the prosecutors who went through it very thoroughly and authorized those charges today. Yes, sir. I was ordered to expand a little more on the evidence that was found. The detective sergeant said there was blood found in the bathroom. What a little bit more about that. There was blood recovered from the apartment. It was analyzed by the state police crime lab, and it wasn't matched to Ashley.
Oh my gosh.
Was it anywhere else? It was just in the bathroom. We're going to keep it just to that. What was put out in court this morning this time. So can you describe how much blood? There was blood recovered. It was a batch. And it was enough to get the charge authorized today. We'll leave it at that.
Mm.
And the evidence,
Go ahead.
the evidence was recovered when you did the search of the boyfriend's apartment, your ex-boyfriend's apartment, is that correct? Or was this at a different time?
Recovered from the search.
Can you repeat what was said this morning in regard to the suspect being in a vehicle with a female, I believe, and then came back alone? So, did he have help? Can you talk about the relevance of why that was introduced today?
We believe he acted alone. There was video portion of a second female. It was investigated thoroughly. She was not involved. She was unwitting.
Wow. So that's a female. He was with a second female, but she's not involved. How they know?
At the alleged time, maybe of disposal of a body, or do we know, or can you add any context as to how and what you believe happened as far as where she was taken?
Johnny indicated that you said, was it at the time disposal of the body? He said, no, sir. Thanks for the question. Again, this is the kind of case, even though you don't have a body, you're gonna, you're a journalist and, communications is very important. These cases are put together by the totality of the evidence, the statements, the digital evidence that's provided, and because people come forward even during an investigation, may offer more testimony. So we're not that we don't want to answer completely, but there's things that are still ongoing. Somebody had a question over here.
I was going to ask you if you feel confident you can get a conviction without a body.
Past practice is what I rely on for future performance here. This county has seen, since I've been practicing almost 40 years, 4 cases that I'm very familiar with that have had no body and have had total conviction. Because there's no other way sometimes to explain it when you don't have a body, except all of the evidence that's been accumulated. Yes.
In terms of the search for the body, are there other places that you have searched? Can you discuss where you searched or where you will continue to search to get additional information?
Any information that's garnered as a result of now new information would be searched, of course. But you've already known that the landfill was the main place.
Are there additional places you intend to search?
Not at this time.
Forgive me if these questions may be repeated because I followed this on the periphery, not directly, but can you speak to evidence that was gathered at the landfill that might be relevant?
Everything that was gathered there is still being processed, and that'll be decided if evidence is evaluated later time.
Can you speak to potential motive here? Meaning, had they had a longer standing relationship that was breaking off, or can you add
relationship. And I think they want to keep a lot of that private at this time. Thank you.
Mr. Morton, I imagine I don't coerce him. What's the family feeling today, sir? Seeing charges being brought and moving forward in the case.
It's a very tough day, right? Very emotional to hear the charges that were levied. But the family is appreciative to everyone that's worked on this case, particularly to Roseville Police Department and the prosecutors. It's been a little over 4 weeks now waiting for murder charges to come. And so, though this does not bring complete closure, but we know that this is the journey to justice. So this is where it starts. And that's what the family wants. We want justice in this case.
Forgive me for appreciating what the prosecutor said about privacy concerns and what may have been shared publicly previously or not. So forgive it if it's redundant. But can you share anything in regard to was there an abusive relationship here or what might have transpired leading up to this situation?
Yeah, we can't really speak to those details. We said in the past that they had broken up back in September. And we made it clear that we can't speak to motive. We can't get in the mind of a murderer, of a psychotic killer. So we'll leave it at that. Oh, you beautiful young lady. Remember most that she's a mother of a 10-year-old and 7-year-old. So you have 2 young boys out there who don't have a mother. So the community should, feel for those children. She has a mother here, she has siblings, a full family, of the community members and supporters and friends out there who loved her tremendously. You've heard her mom say multiple times she was the life of the party. Everyone loved her, cared for her, and she cared for them. But she was a mom, fought and cared and took care of her children. I mean, that's what he took away.
Coming together to help her son this process. What's going on?
It's tough. Mom has mentioned multiple times they're having nightmares.
I mean, y'all, the sad part about this is those kids don't have their mother nor their father because their father passed away. Now they don't have their mother.
Quite comprehend this and what's going on.
Jesus.
And so it's going to take a village to wrap around them and support them. But this is tough, and we can imagine that going through the court process over these next few months or year or so, it's going to be even tougher. So.
And do you have any message for those who've been working on this investigation, how it's played out, how it's progressed over the last month? What's your message to law enforcement detectives and people who've been trying to help bring justice to your family?
Yeah, I mean, we were very clear. We were, the family was frustrated when we started out, right? When Ashley first went missing. We know that law enforcement hands are tied oftentimes. We feel that society as a whole should take these cases more seriously. Just as there's an Amber Alert, we're saying there should be an Ashley Alert, right? When a young woman goes missing and there's reason to believe she's in harm's way, there should be more done. But as it relates to what's been done by Roseville Police since that point, nothing but accolades. They've done a fantastic job. The family's appreciative of all of those agencies that participated in the search for Ashley at the landfill. They've communicated with us on a regular basis. I'm going to keep saying this. Chief Berlin has been excellent in how he's worked with the family. And so we're appreciative of everything they've done. We started with Warren Police Department, Roseville Police Department. We know the prosecutors that worked on this. We appreciate it because, we know there's a lot of families that don't get this level of attention, whether it's from the media or law enforcement. And we feel that everyone should get this level of attention. So we're appreciative of what they've done to this point.
How hard is it to be in the courtroom seeing that suspect's face?
It's very difficult. But I think the hardest part is hearing the charges, right? Because then you start to visualize and picture what occurred. That's very difficult.
From the work now, all the points that have been investigated thus far, as well as what may come, have to be put together methodically and to show the timeline as to how it
someday, the questions can be answered and be given to those two little boys. Because we all have families in here. Let's face it. Nobody wants to be sitting here and going through this. This is extremely painful. And the thought of trying to bring her home and get closure at that time wasn't. We're going to go ahead and do everything we can to put the justice is going to be in this case. We're here. We want to make sure that you have that information. Open questions.
Okay, touch on one thing. We don't get here today without the collaboration of all our friends in law enforcement. Commissioner Hawkins from Ward PD and his officers were phenomenal. Macomb County Sheriff's Office, we had 15 agencies out there from Landfill. Our detectives here in Roseville were throughout, and unbelievable caliber of people, and the training and their performance and their knowledge of putting this case together is second to none. So without the collaboration of all of us, this doesn't happen today. So,
And to I guess, come off of that, who's ever trained to go into a landfill and look for money? None of them. And it's important to realize that they have strap-on boots. God only knows whether they go through garbage, try to do their job to bring her home. So I'm forever grateful for the mission because it at least took place.
This is so sad. No kid don't have their mama know their father. They're gonna need therapy. Sad. Okay. Here, have no words, y'all. Y'all, thanks for being here and watching.